Hey y'all, Ray here from the Solversations crew. Welcome to today's video, and today is all about active listening, compassionate listening in a conversation with friends. So today we're going to actually look at two friends, Lance and Kiara, who are sharing in a Solversation conversation where they're asking questions about their 2020, getting to kind of recap with each other. And reason we're sharing this video is they're such a great example of when two friends or two people are locked in a conversation and they're just on that wavelength, and you can tell that they're connecting and they're really listening. They're in tune with the other person is not only saying but feeling and communicating. So I just wanted to kind of take a look at some of the aspects of the video and a little bit of their conversation, and then just break down some of what's going on. So I'm gonna go ahead and play the video here, and we just jump in right away.
I know, but like even 2020, like what made you re-examine about yourself? Like
Hmm.
as 2020 is almost about to end, what have you noticed that you like stopped doing and progress in a good way, or like that you cut out that was bad, that you realized that was like not doing no good?
I have both. Like I realize good stuff about myself, and then I realize bad stuff about myself.
All right, what's the good stuff then? Like what did you realize?
I realize that I'm actually a nice person. Like
Yeah,
how
actually,
do I put that? I'm actually more caring and more nice than I allow myself to think I am. Remember,
yeah,
I was telling
yeah,
you that the other day.
yeah,
Like people be trying to make me seem like I'm a bad guy. But then like I surround myself more. Like when my uncle died, I focused on like hanging out with people that I love more than hanging out with, like
yeah.
just my regular friends. So I think hanging around y'all like made me
Because you,
realize that
yeah,
I'm a
yeah.
good person.
I'm
Y'all
glad.
remind me, like when I was, you and
Yeah,
my close friends.
yeah.
Yeah. So I said that's
So that's good as fuck. I'm really happy
me
because
too.
I know knowing you and knowing how you work and how you progress. You blooming, girl. You doing that. You doing that, girl. I see you. You doing that. For 2020 for me.
Yeah, so that's right there. Just to kind of talk about a little bit of what's happening there, right? So Lance does a great job when he's asking a question of Carrie. Really opens it up, like what is the progress, or maybe what were some of the difficulties of 2020, and gives her an option. And then Kiara responds, "Well, there's both that's happening in my life." And what Lance really did, I think that was great, was he just said, "Well, let's go with the good," and to give her a pathway and just like lead her into um, making a choice, and like not having to maybe be lost. Like, should I talk about this or talk about this? And Lance really, you know, shared his interest, which is like, let's dive into the good. And as you can see, as she was speaking and talking about just realizing that she's a good person, for Lance to be like, yeah, yeah, and that piece of yes anding, super important in conversation, or is a really great um, aspect of when we're conversating, because one, it just affirms as people share, and when we are sharing about ourselves or in a reflective space, that can sometimes be daunting, um, a little bit, you might feel unsafe or a little bit of fearful. So when someone can create that trust in that container for you to feel comfortable in what you're talking about, it's a very powerful thing. And you hear Kiara just start to expand more about how actually being with a close group of friends has shown her that she's a good person. And then from there, Lance is just letting her speak and just holding that space. And I think that's also an important piece. And at the end, he does the awesome thing where you see they both share a smile in that communication, and Lance is like, I see you blooming." That's a powerful thing to also affirm someone's growth in the conversation that you're having. So I just really appreciated that, even in just that short span right there. So let's keep watching.
It made me re-examine a lot of shit for me. 2020 made me re-examine. Like I was lost. I was like, damn, like I was just doing shit. I was just going with the flow, but at the same time, I was just like, I had like big gaps of myself, like
Right.
that
And
I
then
couldn't
what
put in.
makes you like
Um,
that? Like they say, it's always like something that make you really look at yourself different.
I think it was just being around my younger friends. You know, I realized they were overlapping me, and it wasn't in a bad way, but it's just like, you know, my boys is doing good. I'm not nowhere. I don't see no progress in myself. You know? And like this
So
is just like the
like
mature side.
them doing
Like
things like motivated you to want to do it for
well,
yourself.
I'm motivated myself. Like I was around my friends. They like we cool. I love them more. You know, but
Mhm.
like they were astonishing their accomplishments by themselves while I was around them. Meanwhile, I didn't achieve my goals being around them. They were achieving their own goals. I had no mission around them at the moment. I mean, that's them friends. But like when you have your own singular plot mission for yourself, and there's nothing to lead to that mission that help you succeed, then you gotta leave. So that's why I felt like I'm like, man, this is not doing no help for me. Man, we're not doing nothing. We just in the house smoking, chilling. So I said I need to leave. Like you have help. I don't have help. So I came to my peoples, my mentors, who understood can help me with a bigger understanding. And yeah, and it made me realize a lot of shit I need, a lot of shit I don't care about. I was like, man, like it taught me a lot though.
Some that
It
you like prioritize the stuff
yeah, prioritize. Like
that don't matter.
man, I learned about cryptocurrency. People gotta know about that too for sure.
Mm, yes. So that right there is a great example of the flow of conversation where Lance was asking the questions, and I think there with Kiara, they made that connection and that natural flow is like, oh, great, we've supported you, and then Lance felt comfortable to be vulnerable and to share about his 2020, and Kiara asked him like, what else made you look into your year, and Lance is very vulnerable and shares about feeling like hanging out with his friends in 2020 that a lot of them overlapped him and he wasn't sure about where he was going and where he was with his goals. And um, Kara does a great job of just allowing him to speak and kind of work through it, because I think sometimes as friends, when we are talking with friends, sometimes we don't want to fix it or interject um, quickly, but sometimes that power is to just let it sit and let someone be inside their mind, be inside their spirit, inside their soul, and continue to reflect. And Lance eventually shares that he got in touch with his mentors and began learning, and that journey of learning was continuing. And then Kiara actually did a great job of mirroring what Lance was not feeling good about for 2020. She says like, well, what did you get out of it? Prioritizing. And Lance concurs with her, and that, I think that's a very powerful thing of what she did there was, what did you get out of it? It might be something where you feel like you started and you were behind your friends, but here, what did you actually get out of it? And prioritizing is something that you're getting out of it. And so I think they both did amazing jobs of just like actively listening, being compassionate with each other. They were yes anding, allowing that person to share more and feel safe, to feel trust, and then holding space for that thought, allowing someone to work through it and not be rushed, and to be in their mind but not feel like that's a bad thing or that the silence is awkward. And finally, they were just both reinforcing and encouraging each other, and so that allows the conversation to continue on moving and flowing and touching all the aspects of their life as they go on for about an hour. Here you see um, yeah, and we're going to have the whole video up on Solar Stations if you want to watch their conversation as well. I just wanted to point out and share because they do it so well. They're actually very much masters of active listening and compassionate conversation. So um, yeah, just those things that they shared. I think if you want to apply those digitally now with your friends, with your family, it really just takes time to create the space for us to say, hey, do you want to chat? You can do it on a Zoom, a Google Meet, and just really you can still make that connection as they did there. So hopefully you continue connecting with your family, your friends, your loved ones, and we'll keep on sharing more videos. So we'll see you for the next one. Peace.